Hello, and welcome to the Financial Counseling and Planning Change of Major Information presentation. Thank you for stopping by to view this information session about the financial planning program and the steps you need to take if you're interested in changing your major. This session will cover an overview of the program, degree requirements, including a required internship or work experience, career options, including examples of recent internship and full-time positions, and resources we have in place to help you with your professional development, descriptions of our hands-on learning approaches, and an overview of all the value-added learning experiences and opportunities available to you. Following this presentation, you will be asked to respond with answers to questions about your plans. This is crucial if you wish to connect with an academic advisor in a timely manner and maintain progress towards your intended degree. As soon as we hear back from you, we'll begin working with you one-on-one. So, let's get started. This program is a top-rated financial planning program in the country. We are also part of the CFP. The CFP is the gold standard in the industry and says to the consumer that you know what you're talking about in terms of all things financials. Being part of the CFP board means that once you graduate from our program, you can sit for the CFP exam. There are 3 parts to becoming a CFP. The education piece, which is the first part, you will get from Purdue. The second part is to be able to sit for and ultimately pass the exam. And then the third part is completing the work hours. The work hours required to be CFP certified are around 6,000. The goal of our program is to help individuals and families to solve financial problems and meet financial goals. The CFP is part of the program, and many of our students go on to be financial advisors, but that is not the only career path out of this major. This major is a good fit for students that have interests in banking, employee benefits, insurance and risk management, real estate, social work, and wealth management, in addition to the financial planning aspects. Some even go to law school and graduate school after graduation. All of these post-graduation options are available to our students because when you graduate, you're going to have skills in personal finance, business, critical thinking, and interpersonal communication. According to the CFP Board Career Center, this is an area that is expected to grow over the next few years. In fact, it seems that we have employers reaching out to us a lot looking for recent grads, and we end up with situations where there are more spots than there are students to fill the positions. Most of you have probably already started and maybe even finished the core coursework that's required for this degree. You will see that a lot of these courses are also part of the university core as well. We do require both micro and macroeconomics, a general computer or Microsoft Office type class, and both psychology and sociology. As part of this program, you will take courses in personal finance, risk management, federal tax law, retirement planning, estate planning, consumer investments and savings, and ethics and compliance. Then you put together everything you've learned for a case study course, or capstone as they're commonly called, in financial planning. You will get a sample family description and develop all aspects of a financial plan for the family. The professor pretends to be your client and you will deliver his financial plan to him in a one-on-one setting. One thing to keep in mind, the case studies capstone class for this major, CSR 485, is only offered in the spring. Therefore, we will have to work with you to make sure that you can get the courses that you need to finish your degree in a timely manner. Since our degree is an applied business degree, we want you to take some general business courses as well. This will include 2 classes of accounting and business law. You'll take business writing, interpersonal communication, which is important when you're working with clients, a sales course, and a marketing course. With our degree requiring some electives, often students will fill that with minors and/or certificates. This is not at all a comprehensive list of minors or certificates, but it does give you an idea of some of the options that are available. These tend to be the most common options that our students will select, but with over 100 options for minors or certificates, I'm sure that you'll be able to find something that strikes your fancy. Each of our students is expected to complete an internship as part of your degree requirements. Depending on where you work, if the company is part of the CFP board, then you can use those work hours to count towards your total work hour requirement for the certification. So you can start knocking out those 6,000 hours while you're still a student at Purdue. During this required internship, we will have you register for a course. The course allows you to gain hands-on experience while enhancing your professional skills. It is definitely something you will add and help you to build your resume. You will be required to complete 140 work hours over the course of the class while reflecting on your experiences through some assignments, employer critiques, and a final paper. If 140 hours seems like a lot, think about it like this. 40 hours a week means you'll be done in 3.5 weeks. These are some of the recent companies our students have had internships with. This gives you an idea that you can work in a lot of different locations, some here locally in the Lafayette area, but you can also work all over the country. This also gives you an idea for some different companies and industries. This is not at all a comprehensive list of all of the options, but it does give you an idea and a flavor for what might be some possibilities for you. There are many things that we do to help you get an internship, but ultimately you have to do the work and finalize your internship yourself. One of these is our big career fair in the fall. So we have over 120 companies that attend looking for HTM and CSR students at our annual career fair. You can also go to any career fair that's on campus, and we actually recommend that you do that because every industry needs a good financially minded employee. You can utilize the CCO, the Center for Career Opportunities. They have many services available to you, but one of the things that's helpful in the internship and job hunt process is their database of jobs. You can search for jobs and apply to them, and you can also post your resume to the site. This allows employers to search for you. You will have a ton of opportunities to network with companies as they're coming to campus every week. We also have a very active student organization for this major on campus. It's the Financial Planning Association, and it's a chapter of the larger student organization. They're very active with meetings, and they have speakers coming every week, and those speakers are usually in industry right now. So it's a great way to have a leadership opportunity and also network with potential future employers. Another way to get a job would be to use your leads through your family and friends. A lot of students are doing that. They're also using LinkedIn as a common source. You can reach out and cold call companies, and as advisors, we'll send out any leads that we get as well via email for you to reach out to those employers and potentially get a position. Here is a plug for the CCO, or Center for Career Opportunities. They offer many resources, including resume reviews, practicing interviewing, and the Career Closet, where you can get interview-ready clothing for free. You'll get a little bit more information about the CCO in an upcoming slide. We are really big on professional development in all of our majors. We want you to hit the ground running in your future career as soon as you graduate. We've taken our students on field trips and site visits to see what it's like to be in the field, and our students attend quarterly and annual meetings with the FPA. Our students participate in industry-sponsored competitions where they have case studies where they can actually develop financial plans for some great prizes, like money, as you can see in the picture on the slide. We also take students to national business conferences across the country. There are many ways to be involved on campus, as I'm sure you probably know by now. In fact, you probably have heard that there's over 1,000 clubs on campus. These are some of the clubs that our School of Hospitality and Tourism Management offers. Within your major, you can join FPA, as I already mentioned. At the college level, you could be part of the HHS Student Council, the Mentor-Mentee program, or be an ambassador for the college. We have a dedicated career center in Marriott Hall to help you with some of your career service needs. We also have a partnership with the Center for Career Opportunities here on campus. They are the 4th best career center in the country. Between both offices, you should be able to get everything you need. We have a career fair in the fall for our HTM majors. It usually has more than 125 companies every year. At the career fair, you can actually set up interviews with companies while you're here on campus. So it's not uncommon for a sales student to actually meet an employer at the career fair and then the next day have an interview with them. We also have networking events all year long. You can get assistance with resume writing, cover letters, practice interviewing, interview rooms that you can utilize for Skype calls if you have to do something virtually, complimentary LinkedIn headshot photos, and the Career Center offers the Career Closet. The Career Closet is a place for students to get free, gently used interview attire. Here is a list of some of the financial planning related companies that have attended the career fair in the last few years. If you take a look at this list, you'll notice that there's a wide range of variety from banking to mortgages to insurance to your traditional financial planning firms.
When students graduate, they have the opportunity to tell us what they're doing, where they're working, and how much money they're making at their first job. These are the results of the 2021 surveys. This list shows where our students landed in their first job after graduation. Charles Schwab was the top employer, hiring more students from the 2021 financial planning class than any other on the list. Financial counseling and planning programs' first destination salaries rank in the top 5 of over 30 degrees in the College of Health and Human Sciences. Last year, 96% of our students reported either going to a full-time position or heading off to graduate school immediately following graduation. Those who went to work are reporting an average salary of nearly $52,000.
Here are some additional examples for positions after graduation. This major is the most popular for post-secondary education, such as grad school and law school. We also tend to have more honor students in this major than any of our other majors, and I think it's because this industry really lends itself to doing research. The gold bullets are some of those examples of graduate schools and law schools. Some of you might be interested in study abroad. If so, that's great. You will work with your advisor to figure out when and where you might want to go. The biggest thing to think about right now is what's your comfort level? Do you think you want to go for a short period of time with a group of people from Purdue? Or do you want to go for a semester or maybe even longer that's totally on your own? If you're interested in having a cultural experience abroad and potentially a work experience in another country, these are some programs that might be open to you and might be something that you want to look at. Keep in mind, these will not count as your required internship, but they're still fantastic opportunities for you to have some cultural experience and work experience in another location. Are you ready to change your major? You can be a conditional Codo today if you're currently registered for CSR 103 or 342 during this semester and not currently on probation. This means that you can change your major and your advisor now, and we will check your grades at the end of the semester to make sure that you got that C- or better in 103 or 342, and then the major change is finalized. If you end up being a conditional Codo and you don't get the C- at the end of the term, then you will revert back to your original program and your original advisor. You can still change your major to us in the future, but you will need to retake the course and change your major after it's completed with that C- grade. If you are not on probation and you have already completed CSR 103 or 342 with that C-, then go ahead and have your current advisor submit the curricula change request in My Purdue because you are ready to change your major right now. If you're currently on probation and or you're waiting to complete either CSR 103 or 342 in a current or future term, we still want you to go ahead and complete that questionnaire at the end of this information session. Meanwhile, you will work with both your current advisor and your prospective advisor while we watch for you to meet those Codo requirements.
The next step is to answer all 6 questions above and send your answers to the email listed above. These answers will help your new academic advisor prepare to meet with you and help you develop a plan of study.
Here is your School of Hospitality and Tourism Management Student Services team. Please feel free to reach out to us by calling or emailing. We're always happy to help. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about financial counseling and planning. Don't forget to answer the questions on the previous slide. We look forward to meeting you very soon.